28-year-old Memuna Musa is a housewife with 3 kids. She's here learning to knit and making more money to help augment her husband's income. Hawa Abdullahi is 26 and has 5 kids. She has been learning to be a tailor for 2 years now and is proud she can boost her income to as much as 20,000 naira at peak periods. 19-year-old Dauda Suleiman, on the other hand, has just completed his ordinary level examinations, and while he waits to be admitted into a higher institution, he's here to learn how to operate a computer.
I'm here to learn much more about computer. I've really been helped a lot pertaining to the computer, because for the first time I have not been seeing computer, but for the first time I've been seeing it, and I'm actually so happy about that. Most of all, I know it will also empower me, not only me myself, but my other younger ones and some of the people around me.
The time when I started this work, I gave 2 children. Now my children, they'll be 5. I go buy salad clothes for them. I go do everything to them. See my madam up to tomorrow. Me and her, we stay together.
Inside the work, I used to have some money and train my children with it. And my husband, I used to help him with the money I used to achieve from it.
These and many more Nigerians are beneficiaries of the Strategic Partnership for Development, since Nigeria got debt forgiveness from the Paris Group of Creditors to be spent on pro-poor projects. Development partners like the UNDP, DFID, World Bank and the USAID have contributed technically and financially to the implementation of development programs. This Vocational Training Center is one such project funded through Official Development Assistance, ODAs. Here they turn out at least 200 students annually who have been trained in various skills free of charge.
The classroom we are using was constructed by DFID, and they supplied some equipment to us too that are very useful to us. Actually, before this time, we didn't have enough classrooms to use, but with the construction of this structure, I think it has gone a long way to assist us in solving that problem of accommodation. So they've been very useful to us, and in fact, we are really enjoying their assistance. We admit those that have completed the junior secondary school into this section. So at the end of their junior secondary school, they come in here and they are trained for, some come for certificate courses, while others come for diploma. The certificate course lasts for 3 months. The diploma lasts for 6 months.
Our main focus is using our small resources to help leverage improvements in the way that Nigerian partners and Nigerian institutions can use their own resources. And we do this in several ways. We work in particular lead states, but we also work at breadth on particular issues across many states.
DFID has a number of collaborations with the government of Nigeria, and some of those we have supported over the years, like the Girls' Education Project in the Federal Ministry of Education. But the kind of partnerships we've had in this office, aside from saying that they were one of the fundamental partners in ensuring we got the debt relief and that the quality of the negotiations that directed the formation of the Virtual Poverty Fund was really a lot to do with their efforts. And I think what we've done here is constantly brainstorm in what we call the core team, that we invite the international partners there on the strategies that we have used for conditional grants, for conditional cash transfers to the poor, for other health related programs. These are where I'd say that our biggest successes have been with DFID.
The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, is also working with Nigeria's federal government to improve physical infrastructure and help public institutions in Nigeria.
Our main focus is to help public institutions work better, that the resources that are there in Nigeria, how can we help Nigerian government, Nigerian civil society and others make more out of the resources for development. So things like, for instance, having much better information on what are the development conditions in Nigeria, to look at issues of fiscal policy. How do we spend our money? What are the rules that govern how we spend our money? Where does the money go? To look at those issues at federal level, but also much more importantly also at the state level. Also issues of fiscal responsibility and public procurement. These are very important issues.
The UN agency, the International Agency for the MDGs, right from the onset in the startup of this program, they have been there. As with DFID, they've provided a lot of technical assistance in terms of support here, supporting Nigerians who have got expertise to offer that isn't otherwise available within the service, and they've been of support there, of helping us refine and more clearly define our concepts and strategies as well for the programs they have been a great part of. And I think that one of the major exercises UNDP has participated in has been the support of the costing of the MDGs in this country, which I don't believe we have had that kind of in-depth costing analysis done across the globe of what it costs. A lot of it has been off the back of the envelope. But for us, I think that has been one that has been a success, and we're continuing this year to take it down to the States.
Development partners have helped Nigeria to increase ICT access and teledensity, as well as a rapid increase in many regional initiatives. This has helped Nigeria make significant progress towards developing a global partnership for development.
10 years ago, Nigeria had a very large external debt. That debt has been reduced dramatically through a combination of payment, repayment, and of cancellation. And this has now released as much as $1 billion per annum every year to be made available for investment in the MDGs. Nigeria has also seen an increase in aid to the country, official development assistance to the country. It is still low in per capita terms compared to the sub-Saharan African average. It's only about $4 or $5 maximum per capita, while in sub-Saharan Africa it's almost $30 per capita. But it has more than doubled over the last 10 years.
I think Nigeria's made a good deal of progress over the last 10 years. Some key examples: in 2003, the federal government put together a national poverty strategy that clarified the role of external partners. In 2005, Nigeria secured one of the biggest debt relief deals that released finance for MDG financing. And of course, more recently, we've had the Vision 2020 document that also gives external partners a framework around which to coordinate. And all of that adds up, I think, to a great deal of progress in developing a global partnership for development.
Even though progress is being made locally, 20% of Africa's poor are Nigerians. More than 50% of Nigerians live on less than $1 a day in a country rich in oil wealth.
The scale of poverty in Nigeria, we know, is huge. 1 in 5 children die before their 5th birthday. Too many women die in childbirth, and too many children that should be in school are not.
But the picture is not all gloomy. Development partners have seen positive action being taken to tackle corruption. Proceeds of debt relief are being spent on pro-poor projects. This has helped build confidence in the system, and things are looking up.
There are some good signs in Nigeria, not just because of our own work, because of the work of the governments themselves, civil society, other development partners. We're beginning to see increasing signs that government is moving towards delivering more for the people.
The investments that we've had from 2006 to date, we'll be doing a survey to see how these have actually impacted the MDGs on those various areas. And I think that's the time you need for any impact assessment, is 3 years. We want to have particular impact assessments on those indices for the MDGs. So I would say look out for the MDG assessment in 2010, September.
The MDG's office is working with development partners to reduce poverty by promoting non-oil growth and more effective public spending by the government. Key government ministries, departments and agencies are in on the march for a national push to achieve the Millennium Development Goals.